I'm John Bylands. My expert guest today is Mario Lanthier, who is going to be showing us pruning techniques for young trees. Now Mario, this tree has been planted for a year and it's growing quite nicely. And let's start by finding out, in your opinion, what is a proper time of year to prune trees?
Well, John, last year, the year of planting, we did very little on this tree. We removed the broken branches after we had purchased the tree. We wanted to give it the chance to the tree to do maximum photosynthesis in the leaves to help it to establish in the ground with the roots. Now, well established, growing fine, we want to work on the structure. Make sure we frame this tree so when it is an older tree, it will be good quality, strong branch attachments. It will deliver the features we are looking from it.
Great. Well, thanks, Mario. Normally, we'd like to prune these trees a little bit earlier in the season before the leaves have come out.
Winter, late winter, after hard frost, a good point you are making, is the best time to do it. This being said, when is the time to prune is when we have the tools in our hand and we have the time to manage it. So any time of the year is okay, sometimes better than others, but so late winter better than early spring. Some plants react better at some times than others, but generally pruning can be done anytime.
Now, Mario, I think the saying that you should measure twice and cut once would also apply to pruning.
You are reading my mind, John. It's so critical for pruning to stand back, look it over carefully, take an extra 1 or 2 minutes, think about what we want to do. As a rule, we prune too much. There we go, we cut, and really we are not achieving very much. We have to appreciate each time we make a cut on a tree, we are introducing a place, we are creating a place for introduction of pathogens that float in the air. We want to minimize the number of cuts we make, so we want to prune and we want to make that cut count. Make it 1, 2, or 3 cuts, make it count so it does a proper job.
Well, let's get going with this particular tree, Mario. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is I've noticed this one branch here, which is growing quite vertical and into the center of the tree.
We want to establish a good leader, one trunk going up and pulling everything upwards with the tree. And so the branches that are competing with the leader should be removed. This upright, for example, I would come and take it out at a junction, drop this branch to a side shoot, now not competing as much with the upright leader.
Now, Mario, I've noticed that now that we removed this branch, that this branch is still ingrowing into the tree. But not only that, but this is a very tight or a very narrow crotch angle, which could become a weak point of the tree at some later date.
Good point, John. When branches grow very sharp angle between the trunk and the branch, wood formation is weaker, has a tendency to break in a windstorm or a snowstorm into the future. This probably should be removed. Now that you point to it also, we see another branch a little bit higher up. Good branch attachment, good angle. This branch is suppressed in the shade of this one in front, does not grow well. Once we remove this one in front, this one behind the proper branch will grow well. I like to call that the diamond in the rough. Branches that are good quality, but in the shade of poor branches, we want to make sure they have access to sunlight. So let's remove this one that has the narrow angle.
Now, Mario, you've made many cuts up here, but what would you like to do with these lower branches here? There seems like there's a lot of them and they're quite weak.
Good point. My intent was to address the structure of the tree, make sure it is a sound structure, solid branches into the future. I am much less concerned with these smaller branches. They really don't create any hazard for the long term. This being said, it's a matter of personal preference. If this tree is in a shopping center, obviously we have to remove and lift the height of the lower branches. In a backyard, it could be quite fine. Eventually, if we want to put a chair or a picnic table, we will have to remove these low branches as well. It can be done over time.
Thank you for watching this pruning demonstration. Check our website for more how-to videos.